Hello, senior high school grade 11 learners. For today, we're going to talk about the module 2 for quarter 3, which is all about the computing the mean and the variance of a discrete probability distributions. So this is Ma'am Giselle, your partner in discovering statistics and probability. Without further ado, let's start. So to compute the variance, we're going to use the formula. Variance is equal to the summation of f multiplied by the quantity of x minus mean quantity squared all over n. So before that, paano ba natin nakukuha ang variance ng isang frequency distribution or ng isang given data? How we are going to compute the variance of a given data? So, nakukuha natin yung variance by computing first the mean. Paano ba yung mean? Ano ba yung mean? When we say mean, this is the average. It's like you're finding the average of your grade. For example, your card is already given. And then you're going to find or you want to find the average for first quarter, for example. So, we're going to add all the grades and then divided by kung ilan yung grades na inad natin. So, yun yung pag-compute natin ng average. How about if we have frequency distribution? So, let's have the score and the number of students. Paano natin makukuha or masosolve yung mean and variance? Okay, so to compute the mean and the variance, we're going to multiply the x and the number of students. We have the score and the number of students who got the score. So, 3 students got 5. 5 students got 8. 4 students got 10. 5 students got 12. And 3 students got 15. So, we're going to solve first the mean. So, we have 5 times 3, we have 15. 8 times 5, 40. 10 times 4, 40. 12 times 5, 60. And 15 times 3, that is 45. Then, the formula for mean is summation of fx divided by n. So, we're going to find the summation of this column, the column of fx. And the total for the number of students first is 20. And the fx is 200. So, yun yung value natin ng n. Sorry, this is small letter. Small letter ito. Okay. So, fx divided by n. So, it gives mean is equal to 200 divided by 20. That is 10. So, mean is equal to 10. Let's proceed now to compute the variance. So, from finding the column of fx, we got the value of mean, which is 10. Therefore, next, ang susunod nating column yung x minus mean. X minus mean. So, x, ito yung value natin ng x, minus natin yung mean na 10 na na-compute natin from the previous computation. 5 minus 10, that is negative 5. And then, 8 minus 10, it gives negative 2. 10 minus 10, it gives 0. 12 minus 10, that is 2. 15 minus 10, that is 5. And then next column, we're going to multiply the x minus mean to itself. X minus mean quantity squared. Therefore, negative 5 squared, that is 25. Negative 2 squared, that is 4. 0 squared, we have 0. And 2 squared, we have 4. And 5 squared, we have 25. Next column, the column of x minus mean quantity squared, we're going to multiply it to the frequency. Ito yung frequency natin. To find the last column. So, we have 3 times 25. Ito to. 3 times 25, we have 75. Next, we have 5 times 4, we have 20. And then 4 times 0, we have 0. 5 times 4, that is 20. And last, 3 times 25, we have 75. So, para makuha naman natin yung variance, we're going to find the summation of the last column, which is the frequency multiplied by x minus mean quantity squared. So, the summation, i-add lang natin lahat ng product ng ating last column. So, it will give 190 divided by the total frequency, which is 20, and that is 9.5. And that will be the value of our variance. Yan yung formula na pinakita natin kanina. This is just the application. Okay? So, next. Variance of a discrete probability distribution. We're going to apply it naman in discrete probability distribution. Ito na yung gagawin natin. So, the formula is variance is equal to the summation of x minus the population mean quantity squared multiplied by the probability of x. So, ito yung gagamitin natin na formula if we're going to find the variance of the discrete probability distribution. And then, pag meron tayong variance, meron din tayong standard deviation. So, standard deviation naman, i-square root lang natin yung variance. Square root of summation of x minus the population mean quantity squared multiplied by the probability of x. So, let's have the example. Number of cars sold. The number of cars sold per day at a local car dealership along with its corresponding probabilities is shown in the table below. Compute the variance and the standard deviation of the probability distribution. So we have the column of x. Ito yon. Yung x natin, that is the number of cars sold per day. Per day yung pinag-uusapan. And the next column given is the probability or P of x. Probability ng ating x. So, we have the number of cars sold. Ito, given to. So, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the probability, 1 over 10, 2 over 10, 3 over 10, 2 over 10, and 2 over 10 respectively. So, let's find the variance and standard deviation. But first, let's compute for the mean. Para ma-compute natin yung mean, also we have, let's identify the steps. Find the mean of the probability distribution for step 1. Step 2, subtract the mean from each value of the random variable x. 3, square the results obtained in step 2. 4, multiply the results obtained in step 3 by the corresponding probability. And then last step, get the sum of the results obtained in step 4. So let's perform the steps we have enumerated. So from the given, eto na siya. Let's first step is to find the mean. So mean x multiplied by P of x. So 0 times 1 over 10, that is 0. 1 times 2 over 10, that is 2 over 10. 3 times 2 times 3 over 10, that is 6 over 10. 3 times 2 over 10, we have 6 over 10, and 4 times 2 over 10, it will give 8 over 10. And after finding the column of x multiplied by P of x, let's find the value of mean. So the summation of this column is equal to 22 over 10, or that is 2.2. Gamitin na lang natin yung decimal para mas madali tayo mag-subtract. So, let's complete the table to find the variance. Meron na tayong mean, and then, let's find now the variance. Let's have the next column. So, next column is x minus mean, the population mean. So, 0 minus 2.2, that is negative 2.2. 1 1 minus 2.2. Ito yung 2.2 ha, the value of mean. That is negative 1.2. Next, 2 minus 2.2, we have negative 0.2. And 3 minus 2.2, we have 0.8. And the last, 4 minus 2.2, we have 1.8. And then, next step is to square the column of x minus mean. We're going to find the column of x minus mean quantity squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 or negative 2 squared is equal to 4.84. Imumultiply nyo lang yung negative 2.2 sa sarili niya para makuha natin yung column na to. So we have negative 1 quantity squared, that is 1.44. And then negative 2 or negative 0.2 squared, that is 0.04. 0.08 squared, that is 0.64. And last, 1.8 squared, that is 3.24 rather. And then last column, we're going to multiply this column to P of x. Parang ganun lang yan kanina. Ang pinagkaiba lang, itong P of x natin, kanina siya ay yung frequency or yung F. Pinalitan lang natin siya ng P of x, okay? So, we have x minus mean quantity squared multiplied by the column of P of x. Ito yung pag-multiply natin. 1 over 10 and 4.84. So, multiply natin. We have 0.484. Next, 2 over 10 times 1.44. So, that is 0.288. Next, 0.04 times 3 over 10, it will give 0.012. And then next, 0.64 times 2 over 10, we have 0.128. And then last, 3.24 times 2 over 10, that is 0.648. And then, let's find the sum. Isasum lang natin lahat ng product ng last column na to. I-add lang natin sila. 0.484 plus 0.288 plus 0.012 plus 0.128 plus 0.648, that is equal to 1.56. And that is now the value of our variance. Variance is equal to 1.56. And then to find the standard deviation, i-square root lang natin itong 1.56. Square root of 1.56 is equal to 1.25. And yun lang, ganun lang natin kukuhanin yung mean, variance, and standard deviation of discrete probability distribution. Any question? If you have any question, comment down below your question and I will try to answer your question immediately. Okay, number of heads. Let's have another example. When three coins are tossed, the probability distribution for the random variable x representing the number of heads that occur is given below. Compute the variance and standard deviation of the probability. So this is the number of heads. This is the table nung ating problem. So let's find the variance and standard deviation. Okay, so happy learning and happy answering your learning activity sheet. Enjoy the process and till we discuss again the next topic. Bye!